And we were like, oh god, early game snowballing is insane. So those are trinkets came from. So we were just
It's trinkets. Is Cloud9 got us trinkets?
Well,
it's Lemon's fault for dying at level 1.
Yes,
everything's Lemon's fault for dying.
So preseason, I want to start this off. A lot of the conversations we're gonna be having here we're kind of in the theory zone. We're kind of in the philosophical zone, right? We've had you playing a grand total of 1.5 games on it yesterday. Matthias, you've played many.
A few more.
Yeah,
a few more than
very, very many. Play testing over the course of a couple months, and then you've obviously spent a whole ton of time with your team working on it. But I want to get thoughts. I want to get speculation. I want us to really get our thoughts out on the table here about what it is that's going on. So to kick us off of the billion changes that are happening, it's hashtag.
Welcome to the League of Legends. Prepare for battle.
What's their position? Give me the coordinates.
An ally has reconnected. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
What's the scanner say about their power level?
No enemies display a power level over 9,000.
I thought so.
Hostile and online. Ezreal, do you require a map?
No.
Finish them quickly.
I grant you my aid.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Arcane shift enabled. Q-shot barrage charged. Essence flux applied. Mystic shot on. Minions have spawned.
Stop! You must destroy us. All of us. You are unstoppable. Killing spree. Your left is at 75% health. Enemy triple kill.
Never underestimate the power of the South Coast. Armed and ready. Captain Timo on duty. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never underestimate the power of the South Coast. I'll spout ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll spout ahead quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gotta sting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Captain Timo, Captain Timo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Armed and yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never underestimate the power of Captain Timo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Captain Timo, Captain Timo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Armed and yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never underestimate the power of Captain Timo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Captain Timo, Captain Timo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Captain Timo. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never underestimate the power of the South Coast. Captain Timo on duty. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never underestimate the power of the South Coast. Armed and ready. Captain Timo on duty. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never underestimate the power of the South Coast.
부비적
부비적
뒤쪽
질라탄
첫 번째 골 양진혁
도 1사 월드컵 B를 새로 구매한 그 효과를 봤어요.
양진혁이 앞서고 있는 이 흐름을 장동원이 바꿔줄 수 있을 것인지 양 선수의 이어지는 2차전 만나보시죠. 자 이번에 가능성이
복잡한
있을까요?
공간 나왔어요.
하지만 다시 한번 호날두입니다.
네, 나우디의 제공권.
살리지 못했습니다.
그렇게 지금 호날두 선수 신경 쓰고
자,
보내셨는데요.
이번엔 드롭바죠.
뒤쪽 골! 양진혁 왼쪽까지 연결해서 거의 끊김없이 빠른 움직임 다시 좋습니다. 길건데요. 양진혁은 맞춘 듯 보입니다. 다시 한번 길게 뒤쪽으로 좋습니다. 길게 뒤쪽으로
야, 이제 부담을 좀 털어내나요?
호날두의 키 패스. 하지만 그것들 흔들림이 없는데 호날두. 바로 양진혁이 오늘 경기를 굉장히 빠르게 마감시킬지
질라탄 돌죠.
길게 갔습니다만 버디라드.
여기서 실책이 나오나요? 감독은?
여기서 아주
8살
벤제마. 또 너무 만드는데요.
보드베가 질라탄.
좋아.
이 차이가 양진혁의 수비력에.
세트 스코어 3대0 완승입니다.
EA 스포츠 FIFA 온라인 3 아디다스 챔피언십 2015 시즌 2 사이드를 지배한다. 파고드는 지략가 양진혁.
이번 B조 조 1위로 진출한 양진혁이라고 합니다.
진혁 선수 역시 개인전에서 상당히 좋은 모습을 보여줬던 선수고 특히
그 선수들이랑 온라인상에서도 게임을 많이 안 해봐가지고 왜 그런 생각을 하는지 잘 모르겠는데 이번 B조 때 이제 제가 좀 활약을 해가지고 강자로 이제 좀 생각하지 않았나 그렇게 생각하고 있습니다.
e스포츠 FIFA3 아디다스 챔피언십 2025 시즌 2에 오신 여러분을 환영합니다.
첫 경기 때는 이제 온라인에서도 많이 그렇게 안 해봐가지고 플레이 스타일 잘 몰라가지고 좀 도전했는데 두 번째 경기 때는 이제 제가 공격적으로 하면서 그 전방 압박을 역으로 더 노려가지고 이제 그게 잘 통했던 것 같아요.
좌측에서 슬라탄에게 한번 반대. B조 3경기를 박수와 함께
첫 판에 김강 선수가 정세현 선수한테 좀 크게 지더라고요. 그러면서 좀 많이 멘탈이 나가 계셔가지고 그거 보고서 안도를 하면서 게임을 했는데 쉽게 골을 넣었던 것 같아가지고 좋은 결과가 있었던 것 같아요.
여기서도 때릴 수 있죠.
맞췄고 토리
3골 이상 나면은 조 1위로 올라간다고 그렇게 생각하고 있어가지고 그것 때문에 좀 더 열심히 했던 것 같은데 근데 3골 이상은 넣을 수 있을까라고 생각을 못했어요. 골이 그렇게 많이 나는 게임도 아니고 그래가지고 근데 첫 골이 아주 쉽게 넣어가지고 그때부터 점점 수월하게 게임을 했던 것 같아요.
또 한 번 시크로스 때릴 수 있죠.
뭐 김정민 선수나 강성호 선수 둘 다 아무나 와도 좀 그래도 괜찮게 할 수 있을 것 같아요. 손쉽게 이길 수 있을 것 같은 그런 느낌이. 다음 C조 2위가 될 사람이 누군지 모르겠지만 아마 단단히 각오하셔야 될 것 같습니다.
경기 끝나고 KT 로스터라고 많은 분이 외쳐주시더라고요. 그 많은 사람들이 환호해주니까 팀원들도 기쁘고 저희도 많이 좋았던 것 같아요. 롤드컵 때 못 보여드릴 모습 많이 있으니까 약한 팀이 아니라는 걸 보여줄 수 있는 대회라고 생각해요. 모든 팀을 만나서 다 복수하고 싶어요.
e스포츠 FIFA 온라인 3 아디다스 챔피언십 2015 시즌 2. 순위 랭커에서 이제 챔피언을 꿈꾼다. 최강 개인기 정세현
선수가 뭔가를 보여주면서 4강전의 변수를 지난번 경기 4강전 경기처럼 만들어줄지 여러분의 박수와 함께 정세현과 김승섭의 경기를 지금부터 확인해드립니다.
강원대전 연구의 정세현 선수 빈자리의 공간을 활용하고요. 네. 이거 완전히 야, PK가 선언이 되나요? 근데 정세현 선수가 페널티킥 모션보고 잘 봤거든요.
호날두.
상대방 수비라인 뒤쪽으로 물러났기 때문에 크로스 토니. 야.
오바메양이 왼발로
이거
뒤쪽에 이어지는 2차전 경기를 여러분의 박수와 함께 바로 확인해드립니다.
보이죠? 네. 김승섭 선수의 장기죠. 좀 더 완벽하게 가고 싶은 욕심인데요.
토니
들었다.
밀었습니다.
토니. 여기서 루카 토니. 자, 오른쪽 측면에 치면서 카시와. 무던한 찬스죠.
보시면
상황이 좀 열리고 있어요.
흐름을 한 번 더 끌어올 수 있을 만한 경기를 준비한 선수는 어떤 선수일지
1차전 4-3-3보다는 중앙보다 측면 쪽 공격이 많아졌고요. 네.
여기서
수비의 안정감 오늘 실점을 하긴 했지만 토니.
다시 한번 김승섭입니다. 차도리가 안쪽으로 슬라탄에게 슬라탄이 까두루 슈팅 그대로 공은 오늘의 마지막 경기가 될 수 있을 것인지 그 4차전 경기를 박수와 함께 바로 확인해드립니다. 안쪽으로 밀어줬습니다. 머리.
이건 정말
정세영.
라탄의 버스 터치가 들어와 김승섭인데요.
하면서 길게 깊게
아주 좋은 패스죠.
뒤에 흘렸습니다.
여기서 선택이 이제 중요해졌어요. 시에이 올리고
본인이에요.
루카코니 완전히 돌리나 절대 가능합니다. 골 들어갑니다.
파울라이스에서 최초로 선보이는 아시아 지역 통합 e스포츠 대회 파울라이스 인비테이셔널 2014.
온라인이 전 세계를 퍼져나가는 시점에서 선구자 역할입니다.
호날두가 다시 입어줍니다. 트레이드에게 하나를
대한민국과 동남아 올스타들의 매치업 FO3 한때 동남아 올스타 매치 오신 여러분을 환영합니다. 인비테이셔널 2부에 오랜만에 만나게 됐는데 각도 시간이죠. 이렇게 해서 한국과 동남아 올스타 간의 그 경기 대한민국이 최종 승리를 장식합니다. 펼쳐지게 되겠습니다. 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까. 아시아 정상에서다 e스포츠 FIFA3 아시안컵 2015 개막전 경기로 돌아왔습니다. 저는 캐스터 성승헌입니다. 오늘 통말씀 역시 장지현, 한승엽 두 분과 함께합니다. 안녕하세요.
예, 안녕하세요.
안녕하십니까.
네, 안녕하세요.
자, 이제 아시안컵 경기를 여러분들과 함께 만나볼 준비를 하고 있습니다. 지난 인비테이셔널 경기도 있었고 올스타전 경기도 있었지만 본격적으로 출발하는 아시안컵 첫 번째 그 경기이기 때문에 많은 세계 팬들의 이목이 집중. 자, 팀 타일랜드 3명의 선수가 등장했습니다. 나타건 분리박티, 티덱 송사이 사콜, 참몽골 수프라산 이 3명의 선수가 오늘 경기를 준비하고 있는데요.
그렇습니다. 이 맨 오른쪽에 보이는 나타콘 선수는 지난 작년 인비테이션 우승자 때 핵심 멤버였죠. 네, 상당히 실력이 있는 아시아의 최강자다운 그런 면모를 지금 과시를 하고 있고,
네.
네, 중앙에 있는 이 티덱 선수가 연습 게임을 통해서 상당히 놀라운 실력을 또 보여줬습니다. 우리 대표팀의 제1경기 대상입니다.
그렇습니다. 특히나 나타건 선수도 잘하고는 있습니다만 팀 내에서 중심이 되는 선수가 좀 다른 선수라는 평가가 있어서
네.
그것도 이제 굉장히 좀 기대되는 부분이고요.
맞습니다. 이런 팀 타일랜드도 한 해 동안 많은 대회가 있었었고, 이런 대회를 통해서 티덱과 이 찬몽골 선수라는 새로운 선수가 발굴이 됐는데, 이 선수들이 과연 국제 무대에서의 부족한 경험을 어떤 식의 경기력으로 풀어나갈지 기대가 되는 팀 타일랜드였습니다.
그렇습니다. 자, 이에 맞서는 한국팀의 모습이 보이고 있습니다. 지금 뒤에 태극기가 넘실거리고 있는데 이 3명의 선수도 이 태극 마크를 달고 있다는 것에 대해서 굉장히 기대를 하고 있거든요.
그렇습니다. 맨 왼쪽에 정말 인기 많은 선수죠. 김승섭 선수. 이 태극 마크에 대한 부담도 조금 있을 것 같은데, 오늘 보시는 이 김승섭, 정세현, 강성훈, 우리나라에서 개인기가 제일 좋은 선수들입니다.
네.
상당히 화려한 축구 오늘 보실 수 있습니다.
자, 화려한 모습을 통해서 이 3명의 선수 준비하고 있습니다만 3명에서도 모두 최고의 자리에 올라오기 바로 직전에 뭔가 좀 어려움을 겪었던 그런 공통점도 존재를 합니다.
맞습니다. 그런 부족한 부분을 가슴에 있는 태극 마크로서 동기부여를 스스로 주어주며 이번 국제무대에서 확실하게 달라진 모습을 보여주겠다라는 포부를 밝혔거든요. 김승섭, 정세현 그리고 강상훈 선수까지 말씀해 주신 만큼 개인 전술의 강점이 있는 선수이기 때문에 팀 타일랜드라는 지난 인비테이셔널 우승팀을 상대로 좋은 경기력 보여줄 수 있을 것 같습니다.
그렇습니다. 자, 이렇게 해서 오늘 개막전 경기는 이 선수들이 경기를 준비를 하고 있는 상황이 되겠습니다. 자, 오늘 경기는 전반적인 양상 정수영 아나운서와 함께 들어보시죠.
대한민국 부산에서 펼쳐지는 세계 최강의 e스포츠 무대 EA스포츠 피파 온라인 아시안컵 2010에 오신 여러분들을 환영합니다. 네, 감사합니다. 오늘 아시안컵은요, 중국, 태국, 말레이시아, 싱가포르, 베트남, 인도네시아 그리고 한국 2개 팀까지 총 8개 팀이 모여서 경기를 치르게 되는데요. 오늘부터 14일까지 3일간 생방송으로 진행이 됩니다. 이번 대회 8강부터 결승까지 토너먼트 방식으로 진행이 되거든요. 1대1 개인전으로 경기 시간은 6분, 연장전과 승부차기를 포함해 매 세트 승부를 가리게 됩니다. 이 8강전은 엔트리 방식으로 3전 2선승제로 가리게 되고, 이 4강전부터 결승전까지는 승자 연전 방식으로 5전 3선승제로 치르게 됩니다. 이 각 팀은 14시즌 선수 중복 없이 23명을 선발해서 경기를 치르게 됩니다. 또 이번 아시안컵 주목해야 할 점이 또 하나가 있는데요. 역대급 상금입니다. 무려 총 상금 30만 달러인데요. 이 3위에게는 6만 달러, 2위에게는 9만 달러, 1위에게는 총 15만 달러가 주어지게 됩니다. 이 역대급 상금이 주어지는 만큼 굉장히 치열한 혈전이 펼쳐지지 않을까 생각이 되는데요. 자, 그럼 이어서 전체 대진 한번 살펴보도록 할까요? 지난 9일 조추첨을 통해서 8강 대진이 완성이 됐습니다. 오늘 개막전으로 보내드릴 8강 첫 경기는요, 2014년도 아시아 최강팀이었던 팀 타일랜드와 대한민국 대표 팀 코리아 A가 만나게 됐습니다. 이 경기는 팀 차이나와 팀 싱가포르, 3경기는 팀 인도네시아와 팀 말레이시아, 4경기는 팀 베트남과 팀 코리아 B가 붙게 됩니다. 오늘은 첫 번째 경기만 보내드린다는 점 기억해 주시면 좋겠습니다. 저희가 또 이게 마지막이 아니고요, 이벤트도 있거든요. 역시 역대급 이벤트입니다. 먼저 첫 번째 이벤트 3일 3시간 엔조이 하자입니다. 이 피파 온라인3 접속 이벤트거든요. EP와 마일리지는 물론이고 현존하는 최고의 선수팩들을 드리고 있습니다. 아시안컵 기간 놓치지 마시고 3시간 3일 꼭 참여해 주시길 바라겠습니다. 두 번째 이벤트 엔조이 로고를 잡아라입니다. 넥스 홈페이지를 통해서 생방송을 보시면요, 총 10개의 로고가 떠오르거든요. 정말 놓치지 마시고 눈 크게 뜨시고 잡으셔야겠습니다. 잡으시는 만큼 보상이 주어지니까요, 최대 1만 마일리지와 월드베스트 선수팩까지 드리고 있습니다. 많이 많이 참여해 주시고요. 세 번째 이벤트, 세 번째 이벤트는요, 화제의 검색어 이벤트입니다. 피파 온라인3가 검색어 5위에 오르면요, 여러분께 많은 상품 드리고 있습니다. 스페셜 30명 지명 선수팩을 저희가 드리고 있거든요. 5위보다 더 올라가야 되겠죠. 여러분 손가락을 부지런히 움직이셔서 1위까지 한번 달려봅시다. 자, 네 번째 이벤트 우리 엔조이 봤어요입니다. 다음 이제 실시간 시청 이벤트인데요. 이 생방송 화면을 좀 캡처하시거나 직접 사진 찍어서 이 공식 페이스북 포스트에 댓글로 달아주시면 됩니다. 그럼 저희가 추첨을 해서 월드 레전드 선수팩을 포함한 스페셜한 상품을 드리고 있으니까요. 많이 참여해 주시길 바라겠습니다. 여러분, 이게 끝이 아닙니다. 이곳 부산 생방송 현장에서도 저희가 정말 다양한 이벤트를 저희가 준비했거든요. 축제의 시간 마음껏 즐기시다 가시면 될 것 같습니다. EA 스포츠 FIFA 온라인 아시안컵 2015 개막전을 장식한 8강전 첫 번째 경기를 기다리고 있습니다. 결승적분 매치를 펼칠 두 팀의 경기를 끝까지 응원해 주시길 바라겠습니다.
아시안컵 2015. 자, 지금부터 오늘 8강 첫 번째 엔트리를 확인해 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 오늘 개막전 경기를 펼칠 양 팀의 그 순서 3전 2선 승제로 펼쳐지는 경기 엔트리 보신 바와 같이 TD 송사회사 고 선수와 정세현 선수가 경기를 준비하고 있고요. 그리고 두 번째 경기는 샴몽골 수프라삿과 김승섭, 마지막 나타건 분일박기와 강성훈 선수가 준비합니다.
네, 무엇보다도 3판 2선
FIFA Online 3 Asian Cup. I'm Fish, and joining me on the cast desk is none other than Easy Game. And Easy Game, I'll be super subbing for Evil Swan, I believe, who is not here yet.
Yeah, he should be here soon, and we'll be looking forward to his arrival. But for now, we have, like you mentioned, Super Sub Fish joining us, and it's a pleasure. It's been some time since I casted with you.
No, it has been an absolute incredible amount of time since I've casted with you. It must have been, what, Green Carnival 2 years ago?
Yeah, probably 2 years ago.
Not even the last Green Carnival, because that Green Carnival you were actually playing in the tournament itself.
Yeah,
so
and
you were
failed.
you absolutely did fail.
Yeah, I failed.
After Hull Rocks, it was an easy game. That's all we remember from that cast.
Yeah, we all remember that joke there.
But you did make it to the Green Carnival finals.
Yeah,
which is it's still a big thing.
I only got to play in the finals, like throughout all the way. Hull Rocks just pretty much carried us there.
That is true. Yeah. So now we're at a different tournament, a different event, and we're going to go straight into the action at Asian Cup live in Korea. So as you can see today, we have Korea A taking on Thailand. Why don't you run us through the rest of the matches for the week?
Yep, so tomorrow we'll be having China against Singapore. That's our first match for the day, and of course all of us will be looking forward to that. We have Indonesia and Malaysia coming up after that. We have Vietnam and Korea B. That'll be our last group stage match of the day. We'll have the semi-final matches happening tomorrow as well, and the third place and grand final matches will happen on Saturday morning. So that's how we're going to be rolling out our schedule for the Asian Cup.
That's right, we have Korea A going up against Thailand, the second place world champions going up against the first place, going up against the actual world champions in the first match of the Asian Cup. And it's going to be a best of 3 between these two teams. It's going to be player against a player. So player A plays against player A, player B plays against player B, and if player C has to play, he'll be playing against player C. So this is definitely going to be a really exciting match, and with the format of this tournament, that means that one of the two giants is going to be knocked out immediately.
You know, what a way to start the tournament, especially considering that last year they faced each other off in the grand finals. This time they're taking each other on in the first match of the tournament. So like you mentioned, one of them is going to go home. It's going to be a huge disappointment for one of them. Thailand, being the defending champions, will definitely want to try and win it back again. Korea A want to get back and, you know, win it on home soil. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to pan out. This has already been deemed as being the biggest match in this tournament.
Yeah, it sure is. And there you see Korea A's team. I would try and pronounce all of their names right now, but I would absolutely butcher them. So you can see them on your screens for yourself, guys. I apologize, I cannot read their names without butchering them. I can read their captains, Kim. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try as well. I'm probably not gonna get it at all.
And the Thailand, I can only say Nutakorn here. That's the only player that I can pronounce his name of. But
Well,
the rest of the
I
players
can pronounce the other two. It's
That's good.
Chapmongkol and T-Deck.
Chapmongkol and T-Deck.
Yeah.
Well, strangely, we don't have R5 playing for the Thailand team. He had a phenomenal performance in Vietnam. He played out of his mind, only dropping, I believe, one or two games. Two games.
Yeah.
Only dropping 2 games. And he was the MVP of the tournament, in my opinion. He demolished the competition, allowed Thailand to not play their second or third player, except for against Singapore and except for against Vietnam A in the grand finals. And he was a star player for the Thailand team, upsetting coming into the tournament, as well as he was replacing one of the slots from Zephylos' main team. He was replacing one of the players from Zephylos' squad of 3. But he performed phenomenally, just didn't show up for the Thailand qualifiers and didn't make it to the finals.
That's right. So, you know, we have 2 other players coming in for them. That's T-Deck and Chapmongkol, which, you know, who didn't play in the Vietnam tournament.
That's right.
But Chapmongkol actually played in Korea last year together with Nutakorn. So both these guys have the experience of winning it last year. So they know how it's done. And T-Deck is a very technical player as well. He's won many championships in Thailand. So I think this possibly could be the best team that they're putting out to represent Thailand over in the Asian Cup.
Yeah, and Thailand, fantastic team. Their strategy has been sound. We really love to watch them draft their players. They have a concrete strategy every time they go into the drafting phase, and with the new drafting system for the Asian Cup, they have floored it with their drafts, and it's been absolutely fantastic. For all of you watching at home, make sure you head on down to the GView website to pick up your GView points. All you have to do is log into the website while you're watching, watch the games itself, and use your GView points to redeem some fantastic rewards. So we have a lot of streams coming up this week. We have the Asian Cup all the way over to this, all the way till Saturday, and then next week onwards we have TLC coming back. We have AVA, we have TLC again, and we have even more AVA action here on the Garena Esports. But I believe we're going to go straight into the matches over in Korea very shortly, over into what I'd like to call the pick and bans of FIFA Online 3.
Yep. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this matchup is going to go. We'll shortly get to see, you know, who's going to play up against each other. Earlier you did mention that it's a different format. You know, we have the teams have already drafted up. It's going to be a full +10 team for every single one of them, and it's only season 14. So I think it's going to be interesting to see. It's the first time I believe you're going to be seeing a +10 and just only exclusively season 14 players on every team.
That's right. The drafting mode for this tournament is only season 14. You can only draft from season 14, but all of your players are upgraded to +10. I'm not too sure what the level of all these players are, though. Is it level 10 or level 20? Level 20. So you have maxed out season 14 players, which is absolutely fantastic, and it's gonna mix it up a little bit. We're very used to the best players being picked from each season and teams creating compositions around it. So now we're going to see something completely different. And I really would like to see the 2 strategies that these 2 teams are going to implement into this game. I want to see if Thailand's going to resort to the 1 center defensive midfield that they've been rolling with this entire year. The strategy that has been working really well for them, which does so well on its offense and does really well on defense. And the only flaw that it has is its counter-attack potential, where teams use counter-attacks to defeat the 1 center defensive midfield strategy. Korea sticking to their guns to going with the 4 defenders, the 2 center defensive midfielders. They have the lopsided winger and 2 strikers up front. It's a little bit different. They used to run only 1 winger and 3 strikers up front, but this is what I would call the staple of FIFA Online 3. This is the strategy, this is the formation that players revert to when they want to feel comfortable playing the game.
Yeah, it's definitely something which is a bit more stable. It gives you good options going up front and a lot of cover at the back as well when you want to defend. So Korea definitely going for the safer option here. Starting off the first match against Thailand is definitely one of the hardest matchups that you can ask for, and definitely they don't want to disappoint the home crowd. So you can see how they're going to be lining up. But for Thailand, one thing I want to point out is that always when they go for their drafts, they like to pick up the defensive midfielders first.
Yep.
But in this occasion, they picked up only defenders and strikers in the first 5 draft picks. So Thailand going for a little bit of change in the way that they're drafting, and we'll see how it's going to work out for them.
Thailand love to use their center defensive midfielders in a very aggressive way. They like to push them up front quite a lot. And the great thing about these CDMs of FIFA Line 3 is they kind of fill the flex role. They can take many positions. They can play CDM, they can go back into center back, they can play their wingers, they can play strikers if they absolutely have to. And we've seen this from Team Singapore quite a few times, not only in the Vietnam regionals, but in the Thailand regionals first, where they first pick someone like Maicon and play him in any position they absolutely want to.
Plays anywhere.
Yeah, they would play wherever they can. It's more of a flex pick for them, and it's a great flex pick to pick up. And you can see right there. There we go. Thailand is going to go with the one center defensive midfield strategy that they're very used to and very comfortable with, and it shows why they prioritize their CDMs first.
Yep, so we're going to go right into the game. Thailand is the team that's playing in blue, and Korea is the team that's playing in red. And we'll see how this match is going to go. First match is going to be so important between both these teams. We'll see how it's going to go. Thailand always picking up Danny Welbeck. It seems like quite a favorite pick for them. The cross does come in early, but none of the strikers are able to meet. So Thailand will win the ball back, and they'll look to build up their attack from defense. Alexandro, more suited to playing at left back, playing at right back on for this match for Thailand. Schneiderlin is going to bring the ball forward, gives a little bit of space to Aubameyang. But he loses out as he gets crowded out, but he's still going to get more space. But Muslera is equal to the shot.
Thailand doing what they do best. They like to hold the play. Hold the play at the back four. Bring it up with the center midfield. But Aubameyang, he gets it! Thailand with the first goal of the tournament against Korea A!
Yep, T-Deck just, has been putting all the pressure for the first 10 minutes of the game against Korea, and finally it does pay off. He should have really put away that chance earlier in the game, but Aubameyang collects the pass from the lob pass that came in, and he easily slots past the keeper against Muslera, and that's 1-0 for Thailand. Huge boost for them as they lead in this game against Korea, and all the pressure has got to be on them right now, and Korea will be looking to get back into this game as they build up from defense, trying to bring the ball forward. Kurt Zuma in possession. Gonna switch it back to De Vrij. Berimo finds a bit of space, brings it forward. Benteke gets intercepted off the ball. Lionel Messi gets it forward for Thailand. This is Ibrahimovic playing at center forward for them, trying to link up play between attack and defense. Danny Welbeck collects the pass. Daniel Egger is playing at left back for Thailand. This is Aubameyang. Back towards Danny Welbeck. There's Ibrahimovic in the box to aim at. Not going for the cross. T-Deck just taking his time on the ball. He's kept the ball for the past 5 minutes in this game. Good bit of possession play from him. T-Deck unable to get the second ball with Aubameyang, and Korea will bring it forward.
Korea have had next to no chance in this game so far. Thailand's been playing their regular play style. They like to play defensively, hold the ball, use their center defensive midfielders to bring it up, to have more attacking players on the offense. And although it was a defensive error coming in for Korea that allowed the opportunity, it was Thailand's aggressive pressure in their side of the pitch that created that defensive mistake coming in from Korea. Korea now trying to work up attack on the left-hand flank.
Do get it forward. This is Yaya Toure looking to find some options. He does find Akbon Lahore. He couldn't find a return pass in towards Berimo, but Fish, like you mentioned, Thailand are putting so much pressure on Korea, especially on their side of the pitch, and clearly it's paying off for them. Korea just can't seem to deal with the pressure that's coming up from Thailand.
Thailand's drafts have been fantastic as well. Normally, a lot of teams, they don't want to pick up Lionel Messi in their draft. They feel that he's too weak and too short. However, if you look at Thailand's draft, they have Zlatan, Aubameyang. They have the fantastic striking force already. Why not pick Lionel Messi in this 14-season-only draft? He's still a fantastic player, and they're doing really well with him.
Yeah, man. Danny Welbeck as well has been quite of a cliche kind of pick for Thailand. They always, every single tournament, seem to pick up Thailand when nobody really wants him. And
that's true.
It clearly works out for them well.
He's like the Maicon of Thailand.
Yeah. So we're going to go into halftime. Thailand is leading 1-0. T-Deck looking focused as ever. And, quite a good result already. Winning 1-0, taking the early goal, it would have been a huge boost for him.
I mean, they took an early goal off the favorites of this tournament. Yes, Thailand did lose to Vietnam in the Vietnam regionals, but Korea A is still the favorites for this tournament, and they always will be. And the home crowd favorites as well. Korea has 2 teams in this tournament, and the strongest team has just dropped a game against Thailand.
Dropped a half.
Half a game so far. Halftime 1-0.
Getting there. The game.
Oh, if Thailand keep up the pressure they've been using against Korea so far, they would most certainly take this match. It's gonna take Korea a lot of work to get back into this game here.
Yeah, definitely. So far, Korea has looked very uncomfortable in the first half. They've not created a single attacking opportunity, and looks like they've gone for a couple of substitutions actually. So Korea feeling the urgency, even though it's only halftime, they just want to, quickly close this out and try to bring back the equalizing goal for them. As we get underway in the second half, Thailand win the ball back. They're going to get it forward with Messi. His pass towards Sandro couldn't get to the defender, and Korea will be able to bring the ball forward. This is Akbonloho getting the pass in. It comes towards the back post. Benteke unable to finish. Second ball comes out to Xhaka, and the substitute with his first touch of the ball scores the equalizer.
And I spoke too soon. Korea were definitely hungry for blood there. Watch the way he brings up this play. On the wing. This looks like a Vietnamese play right here. Just crossing to the far post, going for the shot. Great save, but they have the second striker there ready to strike. And Thailand were just not tight with defending it well. They didn't drag the player back when the cross came in. Instead, they tried to deal with the cross itself. And even with two players on the man crossing the ball, they got absolutely nothing out of it. And now they're 1-1. Back to square one.
There is absolutely no doubt that the Koreans are just one of the best at crossing the ball into the box and creating chances for themselves. And they clearly showed there as they scored the equalizer.
I mean, Korea and Vietnam, if you're going to let them cross, do something about the players that's being crossed too. You do not want to let either of these two teams cross the ball ever.
Oh, but Mayang does get the shot though, and Thailand make it 2-1. Not even enough time to analyze what Korea did, but T-Deck comes back into the game. He's leading 2-1 now, the shot from outside the box, and Aubameyang able to convert.
It almost looked like a little bit of a small Hibidi shot right there, but that was definitely finesse coming in from the Thai team. And it goes straight back to their drafting phase. They picked up a fantastic striking force, which does really well in this style of drafting.
Thailand, every single tournament, somehow just come up with the best drafts that they can possibly get.
They sure
in
do.
This tournament, in this Asian Cup, I think Thailand, Vietnam, and Singapore have the best drafts. So again, Thailand showing that they're really good with their drafts, and I think a lot of it does come down to Notakon and his experience. But we'll see T-Deck going on another attacking venture. But Ibrahimovic will get brought down, and Korea will be looking for the counter-attack. Xhaka for first-time pass, bringing it forward with Benteke. His pass towards Akbonloho was not found. But Kurt Zuma bringing it forward, but his pass was a bit careless, and Thailand going for the counter-attack, getting cut out once again. This is Xhaka, the scorer of the goal for Korea, keeping hold of possession, trying to find some bit of space to cross from. But he's going to cut back outside, and that's a poor pass. Welbeck will collect.
Welbeck once again for Thailand. Probably the star player of the team. Always picked up the Thailand drafts, as you mentioned. But the Thai team just needs to hold on for a little bit more. The first player is about to cause the first upset of this tournament. Although they are the world champions, they did lose in Vietnam. And we thought that would be the fall of the Giants. When Vietnam A took a convincing win with their second player against Zephylos. That's where we thought the Giants would fall. But now they're on another attack here.
Even last year, actually, Vietnam did come up as the winners of the Southeast Asian Invitational, but Thailand went on to the Spearhead Invitational, which was called last year, and they come up on top on it. So we're into the last 5 minutes of the game. Korea have not gone anywhere near the goal of Thailand at all, and there's not many opportunities left in the game for them to do so. They do lose up possession. Egger with a good collection coming in from left back, and Thailand looking for the first time pass in towards Johnny Welbeck, but it gets cut out. And Korea with the last gasp of breath going forward. Akbonloho bringing
They need something here.
Trying to bring Benteke into play, but Alexandro with the interception, and it's going to go out for a throw-in for Thailand. And looks like the referee has called the game to an end, and Thailand winning this first match 2-1. T-Deck coming up with the win against Korea, and I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but it's a huge win for Thailand.
Not a huge action-packed game here. It's not like we saw when Vietnam played against Thailand. It's not like a Singapore against Thailand match. This was a very slow and steady game coming in from these two teams. Thailand controlled the pace of the entire match every single time. Korea got the ball and looked to go to the flanks where they like to get the crosses in. They have the formation that allows them to score from crosses outside the box. Every single time it went to the flanks, Thailand dealt with it perfectly. Every time a cross came in, Thailand would deal with it perfectly, except for the goal that Korea scored. And as soon as Korea equalized, Thailand fixed it up immediately, tightened up the defensive formation, made sure they dealt with the crosses before they came in, and denied any avenue of attack from Korea after their first goal. And I believe Thailand played that game absolutely fantastically, using their strategic prowess to their best capabilities and picking up the game.
It was fantastic indeed. I think the only opportunity that Korea got in that whole game was just that one goal which they got with Dzeko. Otherwise, T-Deck was just absolutely fantastic in defense. In offense, he got 2 chances, put them both into the back of the net, and it worked out very well for him. Very good start to the tournament for Thailand.
It sure is, but don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to go into a really, really short break, but in about 5 to 10 minutes, we'll be coming back with the second match with player B against player B for Thailand and Korea, and it's match point for Thailand already. They're set to knock out the Korean team on day 1 of the tournament. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the FIFA Online 3 Asian Cup 2015. And just before we went for the break, we saw our first match happening that was against Korea and Thailand. Thailand winning the first game 2-1, and quite a good win for them. I mentioned earlier it's not a surprise that they won, but you managed to catch the tail end of that match. What do you think about the match that just went down?
Well, it will be a sad case for Thailand because, you know, TDEC, this is a really good win for Thailand over, you know, the favourites. Thailand are the defending champions, but the favourites is, well, basically that was a match between two favourites. But Korea A had the home ground advantage. This is after all being played at South Korea, and they had home ground advantage. And you know, Thailand has the morale boost to them, but knowing the style of the tournament here is not winner stays. It's just a standard 1v1. So TDEC, having defeated his opponent Jeong Se-hyun, you know, and having had that morale boost, but he's not able to continue the game anymore. He has to rely on his two teammates, which is Chamongkol and of course Zephylos himself, two of arguably the better players in the Thailand team. But considering the big upset, I would say, for Thailand, you know, I would have liked to see more of TDEC, but sadly, this is so far the end of the road for him. Potentially, it could be the end of the road for the whole tournament for him if Chatmongkol and Natakon, or Zephylos, as we know him, you know, fails to carry on TDEC's hard work into the second or third game.
Yeah, well, this format that we are talking about only applies for the first round of matches. After we go into the semi-finals and the finals, it is going to be winner stays. So, you know, if Thailand manages to win against Korea, that would be huge, and hopefully we get to see more of him. This is our Korean A team. We have a Korean B team as well, being the host country of this Asian Cup. They have two teams that are taking part, and we'll talk a bit about the drafts that's coming in for both these teams. We saw earlier Thailand playing up their usual formations, you know, 4-1, and then they play 4 players up front as well. So they always like to play with 1 defensive midfielder and 4 players up front. What do you think about that?
Which team was this?
Thailand.
Thailand. Well, 1 defensive midfielder and 4 players up front. Well, you kind of see the result of that. They scored 2 goals against, you know, pretty much against a run of play, I have to say. But looking at how the match went early on for Korea, nothing went well for them. They lost the ball pretty easily, and whenever they had the ball, they really weren't able to match up to the expectations of the home crowd, I would say. So, and furthermore, looking at the drafts that they have, it's not to say that the Korean team is, you know, somewhat lackluster. I'm looking at the draft picks here, and pretty much, you know, I can't say that they're the best drafts in my opinion, but they're definitely not by far the worst drafts, the worst draft pick in the entire tournament. That being said, I have to say that Thailand's picks, however, is incredible compared to the rest of the Korean team. In my opinion, just looking like you mentioned before, the first 5 picks for Thailand: Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Mats Hummels in defense, Marco Reus up front in the midfield, Koscielny as well as Aubameyang. It's not only a good mix. It's not only good in terms of power. This is a really great balance of power as well as pace. The speed of Aubameyang and Marco Reus in attack, combined with the power in the target man in the form of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I think, you know, that is, in terms of offense, Thailand has a really good draft pick, and that's just, you know, the first 5 slots. Looking a bit further down, they have Lionel Messi, they have Neymar. Right behind them, Christian Eriksen. This is a really stacked pack of players for Thailand, and I think of all the teams, in my opinion, Thailand has had the best draft of the entire tournament, in my opinion, of course.
You know, you can arguably say that for the past 3 or 4 international tournaments that we've had, Thailand has always had the best draft. And it just shows how much they do their research and how good of a captain and a drafter that Zephylos really is. You know, always leading the team, putting out those good draft picks for them, and they've always come out, you know, really good after the drafts have ended. But we'll have a look at the schedule now and see how we're going to be having our matches. Our first match happened earlier, Korea A against Thailand, but we'll still continue with the next 2 games of the series. And tomorrow we're going to be having Singapore against China, Malaysia against Indonesia, Korea B against Vietnam, and our 2 semi-final matches. That's going to be happening from 10 a.m. all the way till 7 p.m. So we've got a long day of matches ahead of us tomorrow. And on Saturday, we have our third place match as well as our grand finals. So Evil SWAT coming into this, let's put a bit of focus on Singapore and Malaysia. You know, of course, our two favorite countries going over there to represent. And earlier this year, actually last month, they played over in the Southeast Asia Invitational. Singapore and Malaysia unfortunately lost in the first round. They come up against China and Indonesia now. What do you think are their chances for them?
Well, see, here's the thing. China used to be a huge FIFA powerhouse, and until about, like, I think 2 years ago, during the first international grand finals held at South Korea 2 years ago, they were up against Korea, and turns out that, you know, they could barely scrape by the first round, and they got eliminated in the second round, the semi-finals, if I'm not mistaken. Ever since then, China has not been, you know, the huge force of power that, you know, they've renowned themselves to be, not only in FIFA Online 2, but as well as the other FIFA games. In FIFA Online 3, China right now, I wouldn't say that they're bad, but they're just not what they used to be. You know, this shows in the confidence of our Singaporean players. I heard you mention earlier on that Zarate is confident, actually, of having a good show tomorrow against China. And, well, if Zarate says he's confident, that means Singapore really does stand a good chance. I mean, if it was Hibidi that said that, well, he says he's confident against everybody, so it doesn't really matter there. But Zarate thinks that they can beat China, so, you know, it will, in my opinion, it will still be a close match. We'll have to see how Singapore performs. It is really in their hands. For Malaysia, they have a slightly easier, in terms of current form, they have a slightly easier opponent in the form of Indonesia. But then again, the Indonesians have been known, you know, to cause upsets in the most incredible ways possible. But you know, looking at the draft picks for both of them, like you mentioned earlier on, you said that, you know, in the current tournament, in the current format of the tournament, it is best to use strong players inside. But looking at the players that they have for both, actually, Malaysia and Indonesia, other than the first picks, which is Ronaldo for Malaysia and Nemanja Matic for Indonesia, they are still emphasizing the use of speedy players rather than strong players. I mean, we're looking at Ian Robben, Thomas Muller, Daniel Sturridge for Indonesia, and over at Malaysian side, you know, we're not looking at that much power as well. Son Heung-min and Harry Kane up front. Harry Kane, you know, he's decent, but I'm sure there were much better picks, considering that he was picked second in the team for Team Malaysia, and they had the first draft. They have the first pick, which was Ronaldo. Consequently, that meant they had the next best draft, which was the second pick, the seventh pick. And choosing Harry Kane over more illustrious strikers, maybe even Robert Lewandowski or Luis Suarez or even Christian Benteke, chosen by Korean Team A. I'm not so sure whether Team Malaysia has had the best draft of this tournament. Then again, they've always had, you know, lackluster drafts in previous international tournaments as well.
I mean, I was even surprised to see a Ronaldo being picked first. I mean, I would have much preferred to see a Ibrahimovic up there, or even a Yaya Toure, who can play in defense, play in midfield, play in attack. A player who is versatile. I would have much preferred to, you know, get a pick like that. But, you know, Malaysia went out with Ronaldo instead. But we wish them the best of luck. We'll get to see them tomorrow. Let's put our focus back into this match that's coming up. It's our second players for both Korea and Thailand. For Korea, we have Kim Seung-sup, I believe. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I would believe so.
I know you're a huge K-pop fan.
No, that's not me.
Okay.
I'm a big
I got the
J-pop
wrong person
fan.
then.
Yeah, I'm a big J-pop fan, but K-pop, okay. I'm kind of decent in it.
Close enough.
Yeah, that is close enough, actually.
And then for Thailand, we have Chap Mongko. So remember, T-Deck won the first game for Thailand. So Thailand are on match point right now. If Chap Mongko comes up with the win, they'll be doing a 2-0 over Korea. And that will be a huge upset. So all the pressure right now is on the Korean player to see how he delivers. We did manage to see just slightly a bit of the drafts, or rather the team lineups earlier. And Thailand pretty much going for the same 4 attackers up front. So we'll see how it's going to pan out. Thailand are playing in blue, Korea in red, as we get into our second match in this series. Leroy Fair was playing in defensive midfield in the first game, playing at right back for Korea now in this match. He's going to get possession of the ball once again. In it comes to Zeko. Good acceleration coming in from him, and he puts it in under the goalkeeper. And Korea take the lead. You know, that was such a surprise of a goal coming in for them.
Yeah, that was ridiculously fast. We're not even in the 10th minute. 6 minutes have passed, and Edin Dzeko coming in, you know, sliding the ball underneath the goalkeeper there. I thought he was going to go for a powered cross right in the middle there because there was a player available, but he just decided to go on his own underneath the goalkeeper's body. Should have been saved easily there, but still 1-0 ahead for South Korea. It seems that they're on track to getting that comeback after that loss against TDEC in the first match.
I don't know, when I try to do that kind of stuff, it never comes off quite well. I don't know if it's just the Korean server or is it, if it's plus 10 players. I'm not quite sure.
I think plus 10 has a huge advantage over, you know, considering the finishing. Edin Dzeko is pretty good in the finishing as a regular player here. Henry Mkhitaryan in the ball right now. Danny Welbeck tries to dummy it back, but lackluster defending right now. Mkhitaryan from Borussia Dortmund has the ball again. Plays it left side. Daniel Agger, normally a centre-back, being deployed as a left-back here. He is capable of, you know, being played at left-back, but he has to chase the ball back, because Yaya Toure is just rampaging down on the right flank with nobody against him. Benteke, great save, but straight back to Edin Dzeko in the middle of the box. Only 15 minutes have elapsed, and already Kim Seong-suk from Korea Team A has gotten Korea's second goal of this second game. 2-0 up against Chatmongkol after this devastating run. And a no-look shot actually by the striker, by Christian Benteke. The keeper manages to pair it only into the path of a ready Edin Dzeko, who scores the second goal of the game.
And this was exactly what I was talking about. Yaya Toure is such a good pick, and that was the first pick for Korea as well, just showing his ability running down the right flank, and there was just nobody to stop him at all. And Chatmongkol, being 2-0 down early in this game, has got to make some changes, try to come back into this. But Korea, that's exactly what they were wanting to do. Try and get the early lead. And not only has he done that, he's made it 2-0 as well. So we're only 18 minutes into the game. Thailand still have time to come back, but they've got to quickly change it up and try to get a goal as quickly as they can.
Now you mentioned that Yaya Toure is a really good player. In my opinion, he's the most complete player in FO3. Like you mentioned before, he can play in defensive midfield, in the center mid position, in attack. He can even play down the wings, as you saw in the goal earlier on there.
He can play center back as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, he has that really good combination of pace, power, passing accuracy, everything you can ask for. Such a complete midfielder. That's a really, really intelligent first pick there by for the draft by the Korean Team A players.
So we'll have them going forward. It'll be a huge blow if they come up with a third goal. Berimo playing at left back for them, giving it over towards Chatley. And the ball's going to roll out. It's going to be a throw in again to Korea. This is Benteke coming in deep towards the flank to receive the ball. He does get it back the second time. Benteke going back for the pass towards Freddy Guarin. Korea not going for the cross. Benteke getting it back once again. None of the players are tripping. Looks like Benteke was looking for a penalty there. But Thailand going for the counter-attack. Welbeck will get the ball, but Varane will just shove him off. And Korea will win the ball back again.
Now that's a really good choice of centre-back picks there, because Rafael Varane is really known for his speed up there. Benteke almost gets the header of the cross by Edin Dzeko, but Manuel Neuer comes rushing out, and there goes another one of his trademark long-range throws. Here comes an attack on the left flank. Marco Reus there, getting tackled by Leroy Fair. Villain tackle by the Dutch player. Ivan Perisic comes forward right now, charging down the middle. Benteke left to Nasir Chatley. Does he cross on the left-hand foot? Sorry, the left-hand side here. Trying to get away from the attentions of not only one but two defenders in the form of Ivanovic as well as Messi. But time runs out for Thailand, at least in the first half here. And 2-0 is the score right now. South Korea taking back the advantage from Thailand. Thailand did win in their first match, TDEC defeating his opponent Jeongse Hyun 2-1. But the second play for Thailand, not only, unable to get much shots on target, I don't think he even had a single shot, had much opportunities on the ball in the first place. Possession was in the 40s region. And pretty much a dominating performance by Chatmongkol's opponent, Kim Seong-sup from Korea, who has a 2-goal advantage. He's playing from right to left in the red. And Thailand in their home colors of blue and white, of course, playing from left to right. On the ball now is Pablo Zabaleta. Going forward, Daniel Egger almost losing the ball, but manages to pass it to Henrik Mkhitaryan. Ki Seong-young being deployed as defensive midfielder ahead of Morgan Schneiderlin, and sadly enough, the Korean player Ki Seong-young from Swansea has not been having a good time so far in this game. Leroy Fair, however, being deployed in right back position now. He rampages forward inside the box as he passes the ball to Nasir Chadli. An in-swinging cross there, not meeting anybody except a Thai defender's head, but the pass goes straight to Benteke. Edin Dzeko right now, scoring 2 goals. Can he provide one here on the right-hand flank? Looking towards Benteke, but the cross a little bit too short. And the Thais managed to clear it out. Zlatan Ibrahimovic lays it right to Lionel Messi. Rampages forward. The left back being controlled, Bodimo being controlled by the Korean defender, but he's being placed as a centre back right now. Welbeck, good string of passes from Thailand. Danny Welbeck not getting much opportunities in this game. Tightly marked by Rafael Varane, who equals him not only in power but as well as pace actually. And Korea defends
first
that
time
well.
that Thailand were actually able to get into the box of Korea and actually do something productive with the ball, but somehow even that was not quite enough as we see Korea going on the attack once again. Shot gets deflected. It's gonna be a corner for Korea.
Yeah, the attackers for South Korea has been performing really well there. Nasir Chadli on the left-hand side, in the middle, as well as the attacking combination of Dzeko and Benteke being used to great effect in the middle as well. And a shake of the head there by Chatmongkol. He knows he's down 2-0. He's down on time as well, and he has to make things work. He has to score 2 goals, a minimum of 2 goals, just to tie this match. And Kim Seong-sup, he's confident. He's really looking really confident. He can not only keep this scoreline, not only get the win, but I think he's thinking he can get more goals. Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Mkhitaryan goes off. Andre-Pierre Gignac goes in as well for Thailand. So a few changes have been made. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you know, arguably one of the best strikers in FO3, but sadly woefully underused so far in this game. Here's an attack on the left-hand side. Danny Welbeck deployed as a left winger here, but the pass by Ki Seong-young, very wayward. Really, you know, not having the best of gameplay right now, Ki Seong-young. Here he is on the ball again as Thailand builds the attack on the left-hand side. There's a fantastic tackle by the right back as Christian Benteke comes forward here. A good possession there by Christian Benteke to get past one defender. Here comes Ivan Perisic, lays the ball back, Yaya Toure. Will he go for a long-range shot here? He's just goading the players ahead of him. Now he goes for the shot. Deflected only to the path of Nasir Chadli, the left winger, still for Korea. Will he go on his own here? Nasir Chadli being tackled at the last possible moment by Thailand. They go for a counter-attack. Not so sure if there's enough time, however. 88th minute into the game, and Thailand has to score not only 1 but 2 goals. Gignac loses the ball to Varane. Yet again, Varane having the game of his life so far. Magnificent performance by the French centre-back. And there goes the end of the game. Not enough time for Thailand to even score a single goal. And Korea wraps up this second game, 2-0. Fantastic performance by the homeboy here on the screen, Kim Seong-sup, against Chatmongkol, one of the stronger players from Thailand, of course. And, you know, he signs his surrender forms as he bows out of the game. But of course, Thailand still has one final lifeline to stay in the game, and they have decided that their best player, the legendary Zephylos, is, you know, the player to save them from doldrums, basically. And this is the only way. The only way that Thailand can go through the next one is to win this single elimination. It will be sad to see, you know, either the defending champions or the home team losing, getting eliminated out, but one of them has got to go. And whether it's Thailand or Korea, it's difficult to know, because we all know how good Zephylos is, but I'm not so sure about Kang Sun-hoon. I've not seen him play, and I'm not so sure how good he is. We might even see an upset here on the cards.
Yeah, we might see that indeed. And what better player to call for in your last game than Zephylos Notakon, the last player that's coming in from Thailand, going up against the last player for Korea. So just one match to decide between the both of them, and then we'll see which team will go into the next round. But for now, we're gonna take a short break. After the break, it will be the last match between Korea A and Thailand. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for that game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the live stream. This is the FIFA FO3 Asian Cup 2015. I'm joined by Evil SWAT, and we watched two matches happen earlier today. Thailand winning Korea in the first game, Korea coming back to win 2-0 in the second one, and we're down to our last game. What a game it's gonna be. Thailand against Korea, defending champion against home favorite. Not home favorite, but tournament favorite.
Yeah.
And one of them is gonna go home. It all comes down to our last two men. For Korea, it's gonna be Kang Sung-hoon, who's gonna go play up against Notakon for Thailand. Here you see Kang Sung-hoon getting ready for his match, and it is a huge occasion for the both of them.
Yeah, no, this, I wouldn't just say huge. This is the biggest FO3 tournament I have seen so far to date. This is the Asian Cup 2015 with about $300,000 up for grabs. The winner going home with $150,000 for the entire team. That's 50 grand US per person. And one of these teams touted as, you know, Thailand is touted as the defending champion, of course, and Korea is the tournament favorites. For one of these teams not to get the opportunity to get any part of that prize pool, that is huge, and it's all down to one of these two players. Zephylos on screen right now, Kang Sun-hoon for Korea on screen right now here. The team's fortunes, the nation's fortunes is literally in their hands, you know, on their fingers right now, whether they're playing on the keyboards or the controllers. But still, this could potentially be the biggest game right now that they've had, because I can't remember any tournament that has this big a prize pool than this one here, the Asian Cup 2015.
That's right. So, like you mentioned, biggest games of their lives coming up right now. Here we see the lineup for Thailand. Zephylos has changed it up once again. He has played a different formation every single time in every single international tournament. He's playing up what looks like a 4-2-1-3. He's having Daniel Egger in defensive midfield. He has Subotic playing at left back. So a couple of players playing out of position, but up front is just pure pace and pure skill with Neymar, Aubameyang and Messi.
Ibrahimovic being deployed as centre mid, you know, behind Messi, Aubameyang and Neymar. This is, to say this is unorthodox. Okay, the formation is pretty much orthodox, 4-2-1-3. We've seen that plenty of times, even in the Malaysian and Singapore servers. But the players being chosen here, there's no target man up front. The only target man is Ibrahimovic, who is not even in a center attacking midfield position. He's being deployed as a center midfielder position. The best that he can do is to make late runs into the box. But, you know, this is it can be either pure genius by the Thai captain or insane picking by him. I'm not so sure if there's any other players for Thailand to play in that position there in the center attacking midfield. He has Eriksson, and of course, I have seen Lionel Messi being played in a centralized position there. You know, the orthodox thinking is to put Messi in the middle, Aubameyang on the right-hand side, and then put Ibrahimovic up front. Ibrahimovic as the best striker in FO3, now being a centre mid.
I'm not surprised at all, actually. I think the game plan for him is to play him more as a center forward, but he's put him in center midfield just for the defensive cover, you know, just to get the ball in the middle of the pitch, try to link up play. Ibrahimovic is just there to build the attack from midfield. He's just to hold up play, wait for the runs of the speedy players down the wings, and he's going to feed the ball to them, make the late runs into the box, and score a couple of deflected goals. We saw that earlier today, Korea scoring 2 goals off the goalkeeper's save. So that's exactly what Notakon is trying to do. And I think that's what they've pretty much relied on even in the first game when T-Deck played. He didn't play Ibrahimovic as the main striker up front. He played him at centre forward, and this time he's playing him at central midfield. I think it is going to work out for him. And we also saw the lineup coming in for Korea. A little bit of change coming in for them. They're playing 2 strikers up front, and something different coming up for them as well. But this is the final match between both the favorites of this tournament, Korea A against Thailand. There's 2 players that are left. Only one will survive to go through to the next round, and that game is coming right up. So Evil SWAT, as we get ready to go into this game, what do you think are the mentalities for both these players coming into it?
Wow, I mean, you know, okay, well, Zephylos has had the experience. He has represented Thailand so many times, you know, in his year. He is the ultimate professional in FIFA Online 3. You know, he's been in this position so many times, and I think he has a mentality, you know, where it's needed. He has stepped it up for Thailand in the past and has almost always delivered the goods. There's no better way for him to, to kick things off here, knowing that Thailand's hopes, the nation's hopes, is in his hands. His opponent, Kang Seon-hoon, I got to admit, I've not seen him play, however, so he has a lot of defending to do right now. Here comes Zlatan Ibrahimovic down the middle. Oh, great pass down the middle as well here. The ball just bouncing around. Neymar gets bust one, and that's an early goal for Zefilos. 1 goal up for Thailand against Korea Team A. They have to win this match or they'll be going home, either one of these teams. And right now it is Thailand who has the early advantage in the 7th minute of the game. Neymar with the shot there, with the goal. But as you mentioned, so far, Zlatan Ibrahimovic at center midfield. He tried to weave one through ball to I believe it was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the middle, just bounced all over the place, but still the strength and the sheer size of Zlatan Ibrahimovic at the end of that, at the edge of the penalty box was enough to distract so many defenders. He attracted 3 defenders, but what a goal that was. 1-0 hit for Thailand.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Ibrahimovic making the runs in, putting in the pressure on the defenders, and that's exactly what came up for them. And Neymar managing to finish it off. It's 1-0 for them. Huge lead for Zefilos, but this guy is the best man for Thailand to get that job done. So he's done exactly what has been expected of him. And as the match goes on, we'll look to see if he can make that 2-0. But Korea have already been forced to make a change right after that goal went in. So it looks like it might have been a change in formation for the Korean player. And we'll find out as the rest of the game goes by.
Here comes Zlatan Ibrahimovic at center midfield. Passes back to the back 4. Neven Subotic being deployed as a left back here for Thailand, who is playing in their home kits, blue and white, of course. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang gets past 3 defenders. Oh, another repeat of that goal in the second game there. This time by Thailand is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Had 4 defenders around him. Still manages to get away from the attentions of all the centre-backs there and squeezing one underneath the goalkeeper. 2 goals ahead for Thailand. We're not even at the 30-minute mark and it's already Thailand 2, Korean A 0.
That's exactly again what I was talking about. Ibrahimovic playing in the through pass to Aubameyang, and honestly, just looking at his style, he's just going to dribble his way through into the box. What's the point of playing Ibrahimovic in the box when you're not going to send in crosses to him? You're not going to send in, lob through passes to him. You're going to try and dribble through. So you'd rather play Aubameyang up there, and he's doing that job pretty well.
Ibrahimovic being played as the playmaker here. Fantastic through ball by Ibrahimovic over the tops of all the defenders into the path of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who smashes that into the bottom corner yet again to make it 3-0 for Thailand. 30 minutes into the game, and the Koreans are just self-destructing at the moment. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who would have thought that he will become one of the game's best playmakers here. Korea A having to go into management mode yet again. Hits are in their hands again, and Korea A down 3-0. Only 30 minutes. This could end up in a 7-0 fiesta if the rate of goals keep going this way. But what a fantastic start by Thailand in this first half.
Well, Easy Game knew it right from the start. Ibrahimovic, that's, just playing him in central midfield.
That's a fantastic call, David. I got to admit, I did not know that Ibrahimovic would be that good as a playmaker. You called it true.
And Korea will be looking to get right back into it.
There. South Korea with the early cross there. It bounced around in the in the middle of the box, but finally a lifeline for Korea A to reduce the deficit to 2 goals. Still, Zefilos smiling there because he knows he still has the advantage, and it's still a big advantage there. But at least Korea knows that they can score at least 1 goal to rattle the defenses for Thailand. 3-1 for Thailand at the moment.
So see Thailand going back forward again. We saw just a small smile coming in from Notakon. That was the first opportunity that Korea had all game, and they managed to convert. We'll see them going forward again. Ibrahimovic playing the pass. Aubameyang unable to get through. Korea will be able to defend. Thailand getting the ball back once again. Neymar trying to dribble his way through. And Zuma was equal to it. And Thailand are just winning the ball back time and time again.
Yeah, Neymar with the early cross here, looking for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he has a bit of fight, but not much on the jump there as he loses the ball. Nasir Chadli brings the ball out. Defense too little too late at the moment. Half time, the end of the first half have arrived here with Thailand getting the lead, the 3-1, the possession advantage as well, 52% to 48 to Korea. And Zephylos on screen right now there, the captain for Thailand. We mentioned earlier on that he has the experience, he has the skill, he has the professionalism that's needed in such a important game like this. Because remember guys, this is the biggest tournament in FIFA Online 3 history. $300,000 on the line right now, with the winner going home with 150,000 US. And the format of the game here, whoever loses this match is out of the entire tournament. Single elimination, a harsh format indeed, but there can only be one winner for this game, and if things stay the same, it will be Thailand, because they are leading this game, this tie-breaking game, 3-1 as we start the second half, with South Korea, the team in red, on the ball right now against their strong opponents, Thailand, playing in the blue and white from right to left.
Yeah, we see Korea the first 7 minutes of the game just keeping possession of the ball, trying to feel their way back into the second half. They've still got lots of time to try and score back the 2 goals to equalize this game, but eventually they do lose out the ball. Thailand will get it forward, and the more that Zephylos keeps hold of the ball for himself, he's just going to build more confidence as he goes on, and it's pretty much going to be all on him now to lose this lead.
Yeah, that's right. It's really good football right now being played by the Thais here. But South Korea has the attack right now. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar lays it left to Jan Vertonghen. Gets past one defender. Can he get in a good cross for either Huntelaar or Mitroglou for Korea? Oh, gets past 2 defenders. Wonderful ball control there by Jan Vertonghen. The Barcelona defender deploys a left back here. Here's Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. On the left-hand side, where he loses the ball to Lionel Messi, who launches a really quick attack. And what quicker player do you have other than Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Look at the pace that he has on the right flank. Can he get a cross inside? Tries to aim towards Neymar. The cross was, however, inaccurate. And Fernando Muslera gets the ball in, throws the ball, however, directly to the defensive midfielder, Daniel Agger. But still, the red team, Korea Team A, still has the ball right now with Kurt Zuma. Lays in the middle, Ki Sung-yong, the defensive midfielder, ironically, the Korean defensive midfielder, stealing it away from the Korean team. Here's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with players supporting on the inside. It's Neymar. Good tackle there by Stefan de Vrij. Back to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He might go for a shot here still. Trying to dance around the defenders. Too many defenders in his path. If he shoots there, it will just be blocked by the defenders. But here comes the counter-attack now. Koke loses the ball. South Korea not having much of the ball at all. They need to score 2 goals or they are out of the tournament. And the homeboys, the tournament favorites, will be knocked out by the defending champions. An early cross, but just too far ahead for Neymar. 80th minute in the game, however. Time is running short for South Korea.
Yeah, clearly they've not had the ball for themselves for the past 10 minutes of the game. Notagon has been controlling, has been dictating the pace of the game, and he's had all of the possession in the past 10 minutes. And Korea has got to be feeling trouble about this right now. We already saw the 2 players that have already played. They are on their feet right now, waiting on their last player. Hopefully he can come up with something. This is his last pause, his last bit of change. Triple substitution. In comes Benteke, Akbonlahor, and Jovetic. And hopefully that changes something up front for Korea as they look for 2 more goals in this game.
Yeah, definitely a change in formation here. They have lots and lots of players up front, but they're forced to go all the way back here to Jan Vertonghen on the left-hand side. Nasir Chadli collects the ball on the left flank. Who does he have in front of him? It's Yaya Toure going for the cross. Oh, Seven Jovetic, the substitute, not able to get a shot off there. Gabriel Akbonlahor loses the ball to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who makes a fantastic tackle at centre midfielder position. 80th minute has elapsed here, trying to go for the long lofted through ball. There is a last man defender there, and the defense, Thailand, able to bring it out. Only 1 minute of play remaining, and Thailand has the ball here. Good skill move there by Neymar to keep the ball, and it looks like Thailand has won this match against Korea A. Zephylos on screen right now celebrates with his 2 teammates, Tidak as well as Chat Mongkol. The Thais, the defending champions, have defeated the tournament favorites in the first round. Korea A bowing out the tournament this early in the game, this early in the tournament. 2 games to 1 in the biggest FO3 tournament, you can see the disappointment, the sheer heartbreak on the Korean players there as their run in the tournament was cruelly but amazingly stopped by the Thais. And what a performance that the Thai players have shown so far in this tournament. And this is only the first game.
Yep, that's right. But what we saw right here was the meta game shifting. And we clearly saw Ibrahimovic being played at central midfield, being the important link between attack and defense. He played a part in all 3 goals, which Nutakon scored, and he did defensive work as well, getting back into the box, defending the crosses that was coming in from Korea. So Nutakon played a fantastic game there, and Thailand come up winning that game 3-1, and they take the series 2-1 as well. They'll go on into the semi-finals, and they'll face the next opponents, which will either be Singapore or China. So we'll have a look at our schedule. We are done with day number 1. Tomorrow, our first match of the day is going to be between China and Singapore. Winner will go on to play against Thailand. The next 2 matches, Indonesia against Malaysia, Vietnam against Korea B. And the winners will go on into the semi-finals, which will also happen tomorrow. And on Saturday, we'll have our 3rd place matches as well as our grand final. So tomorrow, we have Vietnam against Korea B. Vietnam being the defending champions of the Southeast Asia Invitational. We have a potential for one more upset, and Korea might have no teams at all in the semi-finals.
Yeah, who would have thought, you know, if that scenario comes up, you know, this will be, as far as my knowledge goes, if that happens, if Korea B loses out to Vietnam in the first round, it will be the first international tournament in FO3, at least I can remember, where there are no competing Korea teams from the semi-final stages, you know, and that would have been a major upset. And Vietnam, like you mentioned, defending champions of the Southeast Asian Invitationals, they are on a roll. And looking at how Vietnam performed in the previous tournament, you know, I can definitely see a great upset happening again tomorrow, like what we saw earlier today.
Yep, so we'll look forward to that. But for those of you watching at home, we have a code for you that's going to be coming right up the screen. There, this
Yep,
side.
that way, over
So
there.
there, pick up your codes and get yourselves some nice prizes. So tomorrow, we have huge matches coming up, and on Saturday as well. But for now, we're going to take our leave. Catch you guys tomorrow. FIFA Online 3 Asian Cup coming up back once again. This is Easy Game, and Evo SWAT signing out. Catch you guys tomorrow, and have a good night.
아니면 introvert 사랑한단 말해 아니면 introvert 우리 마치 연인처럼 너무 잘 지내왔잖아 Yeah, my love, my boy Hey, my love, my boy So 오늘은 꼭 듣고 싶어 Yeah, my love, my boy Hey, my love, my boy My love, my boy My love, my boy 날 사랑한다고 Anyway 어서 말을 해줘 내가 네 여자라고 Oh honey you 헷갈리게 하지 좀 마 I wanna be your love I wanna be your love be your love 감사합니다. 네, 인조이 페스티벌 2015의 레인보우가 나왔습니다. 안녕하세요. 네, 조금 전에 불러드렸던 곡은 저희 레인보우의 텔미텔미라는 노래였습니다. 여러분, 오늘이 FIFA 온라인 3 아시안컵 개막식이래요. 와, 축하드리고요. 앞으로 내일 또 모레 열릴 8강, 4강 결승까지도 화이팅 하시길 저희 레인보우가 응원하겠습니다. 알겠죠? 그럼 바로 연달아서 저희 레인보우의 마하 불러드릴게요. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 빛보다 빠르던 너만의 솜씨로 나를 갖춰가 다가와봐 나를 채가 맘을 채가 Any one way Any one way Any one way Oh yeah 나를 잊지 말아줘 내 눈빛 잊지 말아줘 나에게 순간 나가 설레 이 순간 맘이 설레 네가 나를 뺏어줘 먼저와 나를 뺏어줘 내 자존심도 뺏어줄래 네 날카로운 속도로 마하 빛보다 빠르게 펀치 내 맘이 빛보다 뜨거운 너만의 시선에 숨이 막혀가 끌려만 가 나를 채가 맘을 채가 나를 놓지 말아줘 넌 나를 놓지 말아줘 너에게 순간 가둬줄래 이 순간 맞춰줄래 네가 날 잡아줘 먼저와 나를 잡아줘 내 모든 걸 다 걸어볼래 이 날카로운 속도로만 가시가 사라진다 새로운 하늘이 그려진다 귓가에 네 숨이 심장에 네 숨이 마하의 속도로 스며든다 Now any one way out any one way any one way out Oh yeah oh yeah 잊지 말아줘 나에게 순간 다가 설레 순간 맘이 설레 뺏어줘 이 날카로운 속도로만 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 와
덥네요.
몸에서 열이 막 나요?
네.
아마도 이거는 이 피파 온라인 아시안컵을 사랑해주신 여러분들의 열기가
네.
저희에게 전달이 돼서 그런 것 같은데 아쉽게도 저희 레인보우는 이번에 이제 마지막 곡을 남겨두고 있습니다. 여러분들 게임 화이팅 하시고 저희 레인보우는 마지막 곡 A 불러드리고 인사드릴게요. 지금까지
레인보우였습니다. 감사합니다.
허술한 포장에 훌쩍 숨겨버린 너의 현란한 스타일 호주이라 생일 뿐 지식이 될 수 없어 넌 나의 누르고 또 조르고 날 내리고 또 바라고 있어 그게 흔하니 사랑이 흔하니 쉽게 다 change your love oh 저거는 너만을 세상에 너만을 소중히 여길 수 있게 Cause tonight is the night to see you make 그저 서툴뿐이야 두꺼운 화장에 한껏 묻혀버린 너의 진실된 말 매같은 윗선의 꿈 영원히 갈 수 없어 널 내리누르고 또 조르고 날 모르고 또 바라고 있어 그게 흔하니 그게 흔하니 사랑이 흔하니 쉽게 다 change your love 갈아타 oh 적어도 너만을 세상에 너만을 소중히 여길 수 있게 똑바로 날 바라보라고 하면은 버려 가라가라 네가 원하는 걸 말해보라고 난 달라 좀 달라 넌 몰라 색깔은 레인보우 진실을 못 내밀어 Love is so pain 지금 넌 부족해 가지기 진실을 진실이 가지고 수백 번 덮어서 눈을 많이 하는 말 저려도 너만은 그래도 너만은 똑바로 날 바라보길 적어도 너만은 세상에 너만은 소중히 여길 수 있길 감사합니다.
네, 우리